beached remotely here. No matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity, an alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim. Somewhere between the longitude and latitude,
I'm playing
split
Dear
and
Esther.
beached remotely here.
Just
No
starting.
matter how hard I correlate, it remains a singularity.
Yeah.
An alpha point in my life that refuses all hypothesis. I return each time leaving fresh markers that I hope, in the full glare of my hopelessness, will have blossomed into fresh insight in the interim.
Someone did not flush. I heard this was the only thing I really heard was this is more of a movie than a game. There's the actual lighthouse I'm in right now. Oh, just sunk down. What happened? There's the lighthouse. Looks like the boiler room, maybe. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's choice. Taking the high road. Yep. Oh, there's blinking. Yeah, that is a light. Looks like a radio tower or something of the sort. Oh, what? Come on, let's jump. Oh, can't jump apparently.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Okay. This cave looks pretty empty. Can I make that? Yes? No. Ow. On the beach now. Can I swim? Maybe? I can go in the water. Can I die from this? Oh geez. Did I just die? Oh, that was scary. Lobster traps or crab traps? Something. There's a rock.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
These kind of cool structures. Oh, there's footprints. think those are, yeah. Footprints leading. Wait, am I going the wrong way for the footprints? No. Oh, wow. What is this? An arrow man thing pointing this way. Music's pretty good. Pretty mysterious.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Some tires. Thing. I don't know. That's weird. Excuse me. So I believe this game was like used to be a mod for like Half-Life or something, and now it's an actual game, which is pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Amnesia, like just the look of it. However, it's outside. However, I don't believe there's any oh, I can zoom in. But that appears to be it. Zooming in and out. Yeah, I think I missed a little bit of the beginning. I wasn't aware that it would just start that quickly. So I started chapter 1, and there are 4 chapters. And got stuck on something. So I'm not really sure how long this is going to be, but I'm going to try to finish this and get one finished series out on my channel, one finished game. That's where I tried to jump, but failed. It's barbed wire.
Donnelly's book had not been taken out from the library since 1974. I decided it would never be missed as I slipped it under my coat and avoided the librarian's gaze on the way out. If the subject matter is obscure, the writer's literary style is even more so. It is not the text of a stable or trustworthy reporter. Perhaps it is fitting that my only companion in these last days should be a stolen book written by a dying man.
So I guess this guy is just narrating everything.
When someone had died or was dying,
again.
or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Oh man, are there gonna be zombies or something? Oh, I don't know if I went the right way. Hopefully it goes and meets back.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Okay, so he was just addressing me there. Lots of flowers. It's a really good looking game. And it runs decently. With fraps, obviously, it runs a lot slower. But I can typically run about 60 frames, which isn't that bad for a game.
Dear
that's
Esther,
2012.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
I'm gonna go for that boat. If I can get past this current. I'm not drowned. Can I die in this game?
Come back.
That was weird. I think I just died. I wanna go to the boat though. Oh well.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
There's some chemistry, some geometry going on. Don't know. I have no idea what that is. What am I stuck on? Oh. Looks like they're trying to find this cure for the infection that he said he was talking about. Oh, my light turned off. So I died there, I guess. It was too deep and I can't swim. I just was walking along the bottom.